such a treat for you today because I have this story to share that is so remarkable. We did an interview with Vanessa, who has built her business to six figures in the last 12 months. And by the way, doing all of that without any experience and with broken English as well, which is one of her biggest insecurities. And yet she was still able to get through it. So watch and see how she was able to do that and what her tips are even for you to be able to do that yourself, how you can build your own six-figure business in 12 months. Help entrepreneurs create their lead generation machine using their stories to organically fill their conversion events. So for the best advice on using virality marketing to do this, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a video on Fridays. And today I'm going to be showcasing this wonderful interview I did with Vanessa and her journey going from 0 to six figures in 12 months, and hear how she was able to do it with no experience and broken English. I am joined by the lovely Bonner Rai from my team and the even lovelier Vanessa. Okay, so how this is going to work is that I'm going to have a really awesome chat with Vanessa. We're going to dive a little bit into her background and her story. She has been amazing. She was one of our OG clients. She built literally her business from zero to six figures, like, and counting. It's amazing. And she's going to tell us all about her journey. And while she's doing that, Bonner is going to be in the background completing a Capsho storytelling tool. Bonner, do you want to just quickly take us through, for those of the uninitiated, what Capsho is?
Well, your life is going to be before you knew about Capsho and after you knew about Capsho. It's going to transform your life, especially if you're an entrepreneur looking to communicate with your audience. So what Capsho is, which I'll be doing in the background, is a super cool software that we've developed, which basically takes stories like the amazing one that Vanessa is going to tell us about today through what we call our storytelling tool, which we're going to be using today as well. And it's going to actually turn that story into captions and emails for you. So obviously do a little bit of a demo at the end, but I'll be listening creepily in the background. I'm going to jump off and take these notes into the storytelling tool, and then we'll come back with some captions and some emails based on Vanessa's amazing story.
Amazing. All right, I'm going to kick you off now, Bonner. Bye. We'll see you later. All right, Vanessa, it's just you and I, and we're going to have an awesome chat. So can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Hi, everyone. My name is Vanessa. I am the founder and owner of Thrifting Hills LLC. I started my business on last year, 2020. Yeah, but I have been in reselling journey since 2018.
Yes. Yeah. So let's talk about that, because I know that when we first chatted last year, gosh, I can't believe it's only been a year. When we chatted, you mentioned that. So yeah, you started back in 2018, and what got you started? Can you talk us through? Because I know that you went through a bit, and so I'd really love to know a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So it started when after I gave birth. I know I wouldn't be able to go find a job after that because I have to take care of my newborn baby. So I was like online looking for ways how to make money at the, like stay at home like that. And it happens that I bumped into a video in YouTube. It's like more a reselling, something like that. So I kind of like tried doing it on like in eBay. So I was still in the part where I still learning how to like list item, right? But then what happened is like I list items. I'm I don't know what to sell, but they said that I was looking into this YouTube. It's like thrifting, selling your clothes, selling the clothes, like start at your home. So my children have some clothes, so I listed that. Just trying.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, after how many days? I don't know, weeks probably. I heard Tshien, it's sold in eBay. So that's the first time that I sold something. Like I didn't feel happiness. I feel scared because I don't know how to ship an item. How can I ship this? So what happened is that See, this is the thing. When you do like online selling, you need to have a weigh scale. I don't have that, so I went to the post office. It's like a winter, so I put my children, like coat, put them in the car, put the car seat, drive to the USPS. I said to the guy over there, a fallen like, um, can you print this for me? So I'm like giving her my job. So I can do that. But no, you can't do that. So I said, no, we don't do that here. You can go to the library and have the print. Like, I have to go to the library. I don't know how to ship. That's the problem though. I thought they knew because they do the shipping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they knew. So what I did is like, okay, can you just weigh this for me? Because I don't have a weighing scale. So he weighed it for me. So bring it back. So my kids bring it back to the car, come home, unload them in the car seat, no, unload them in the car, but take off the coat. Oh my goodness! And then I spent like like minutes. I know I spent 30 more than 30 minutes just trying to figure out how to ship the item, like just how to figure. Like I was listening to this guy in YouTube, like step by step, right? But I'm still not getting. He talks so fast. I have to like wait, like I have to go back, keep going, and then because when you are learning something, you have to steps by step, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
Already, like their step by step is not my step by step. So I have to like keep repeat. Oh my gosh! And now I'm done. I'm done with the shipping. I have to put the coats back to my kids, put them back in the car, and then unload them. Oh my gosh, the struggle is real. And then I remember the guy said to me, "Why you did it?" So it's like with all the frustration. Oh my gosh,
Oh, wow.
I come back
Wow.
home, delete all my listing. I said, "I'm done. I'm not selling anymore because that's it. I'm not done. I mean, I'm done. I'm not selling
Yeah.
anymore."
Yeah. And then so fast forward, so that was back in
That
2018.
was
You started your
yeah.
yeah, you started your first business. You at least you got one sale, but then that was the one sale was too much for you.
Deleted all my listing. I'm done.
So what made you decide 2 years later, 2020, to restart or to start thrifting here? What got you
But
going
so, I don't. When things really problem meant for you, even if you just you kind of like I don't want it, just somehow like it's just going to you because I worked before Salvation Army and I have a friend there, and then somehow even I stopped working there, she stopped working there, we're still friends. And then I
there?
remember it was like somewhere in June, we kind of like meet up, and then we kind of like talk because she also pregnant. She was at that time she was pregnant, so she has to stop working. And then she kind of told me like she's selling in eBay. I'm like, where are you selling? And then she said, even oh my goodness, not an eBay because the struggle is real there. So I told her my experience, and then that's when she said like, well, you had that experience, so if you do it again, then it might at least something now. So it's not gonna be it might not be difficult. So that's when I said, yeah, maybe I should,
Mhm.
try it. But then I was still finding ways to make it easier for me. Like I don't want like so but I know about thrifting already, right? And then I said, and then I was looking into YouTube, this YouTube, they were sending you videos. They said like if you have your own website, it's in Google, it's in Bing, it's in like it's all that unicorns and whatever they're saying to make
Yeah.
do it. And then because and then you go Shopify, make your own website, and then people see your website, like that. And so that's what I did. I thought that's easier than eBay because you will just that's your own. Oh, I think that's what they said, like it is your own, you're not under eBay, you're not under Poshmark, it's your
Mm,
own.
mm,
So that's what I did. I made my own website, and then they showing they showing like what they can do in like in 30 minutes. I did it for like 2 weeks, and 2 weeks it's not even done. Like my the frustration is real. I'm like, my goodness, why things are not meant to do easy? You have to like grind and struggle doing it. So yeah, and I thought that oh yeah, so there's the thing. So I at that time I am slowly thrifting, right? Because I like the reselling part. So I go thrifting, go thrift store, and then take a photo, list the item, and then at that time, what I do is that I list my the thrifted clothings into the website, and I am what I'm doing is I'm posting my website into Facebook. Like basically, I'm selling to my friends and my family that they probably have a lot of clothes than I do. So that was I thought, and it makes me sad because nobody's buying my clothes. Nobody's buying the clothes that I'm selling. The clothes that I thrifted. So after how many months I'm not making money, and like every month I'm paying $2 for electricity in the Shopify, and I just decided like that's I'm gonna close. It really makes me feel heartbroken because I feel like I worked so hard to make the website, and then it's just I have to close it. So
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. So let's then talk about this period, because this is the exciting period. Well, it's coming, because I hope everyone can see, right, like that there is struggle in everyone's story. There is so much struggle. And I know when we first spoke, excuse me, you like, it was just. I remember the things that we spoke about, Vanessa, and your English, for example, was one that you were so, excuse me, insecure about. Something that you're so worried about. So what I'm going to do actually before we get into that, because I do want to go into that and, then sort of your journey to, you making six figures. I want to actually I dug up some old things. I didn't get our initial call, but I got some other stuff that I'm going to play. So I hope that you can hear the sound.
the
For
frustration.
oh my gosh, the video pitch and just writing and like brainstorming, like it's so difficult. Like I'm thinking something, so I have to like Google it and just then Google it again, just brainstorming after it takes me so long to finish it, and I'm like,
I think the first thing is that none of this stuff, and you would know this, Vanessa, none of this stuff that we do is going to be easy. That's the first thing, and I think it would be a shame for you to give up now on.
Oh my gosh!
You went live last night. By the way, it was 2.5 hours.
yeah. Yeah, but I just, come here to say thank you, because like really thinking I want to do live, but I just
my knees like that.
like, you know what I mean, to push me to do it. It's tough because I know I done, but I remember I said like it's in my language, so this time it's kind of like it's tough. So I just want to say thank you for all the help.
You're welcome. I mean, it was all you. Like, and you did so well. I was so happy when I
be with my email list, and then now I'm seeing in my MailChimp it says abuse reports. It's okay, but like because like it's okay, like when I receive the abuse, it's okay, like, oh, that's fine, and then the other day I wake up and then there's another abuse that it kind of like I'm not used to it, so it makes me like I'm freaking out, like what's wrong with them? I didn't spam them, or like I'm trying to be honest in what I do, so I don't know.
But let's have another look at it, just so you know that you can at least focus on the things that you can control, which
It's clear now. Thank you, Bon. This is what you did to me during the mindset call. That's why I keep going live now. That's what you did to me. Goodness. Now I'm more confident. I'm gonna send another email now. It's amazing journey. My God. Like 2020 when I first talked to you, August, I won't forget. I said, "Oh, I want to make 10K. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. Like just to make that sale happen. And then I'm having that now. So it's amazing."
Oh my gosh. I'm so crying. We're in the middle of something, because we had just watched the video of almost your journey with us, Vanessa, from one of the initial coaching calls all the way to like literally a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about how far you've come since then. So I want to kind of go through that journey with you. And if you wouldn't mind sort of starting us off from like, what, in your words, like, what do you think was one of the biggest things that held you back from, you know, we saw the struggle, we saw the pain, we saw the insecurities, we saw the doubt, we saw all of that in that video that we just showed. But can you, in your own words, just describe what that was like for you and where that stemmed from for you?
The thing that like kind of my limiting beliefs like that.
Yes.
It's like, first it was my language. I remember I had a call with Bona. I asked her like, what do you think I use? Is it like Tagalog or, you know, or English? I mean, that's when she started talking to me. And then that was like, first it was the language, and then like going live, and then I just tell her like, I don't, you know, I'm not comfortable because since when I meet my friend, I am slowly working on the reselling, right? So for like, and then that's 2020s, and then 2019. So the whole time I have been like in behind eBay, behind Poshmark. So I'm not showing my face, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go live. Like, so it's I have to push myself to, you know, to do that. And I feel like, and then Bona said, and then we kind of figure out what language we'd be using. So I'd be like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be using English. And then I'm like, I'm not comfortable with my English. They might, like, I'm gonna be selling expensive bags, so I don't. They might think I'm a scam or something. And then that's what happened when I sent that email. They kind of like reporting me like a spam or something. Like, I'm not spam. You know? So that was really, those are the things that really stopping me at that time.
Yeah. And isn't that funny? Like sometimes it's where we get, and I hope everyone's like listening really closely to this, because there's a really important message here, which is sometimes our biggest insecurities, that, you know, the things that hold us back, when someone actually calls that out to us directly. And I think actually Bono and I are going to do a podcast a week about this, but when people actually get to the heart of that big insecurity that we ourselves have. So for you, Vanessa, it was like your English, it was the fact that you were going to come across as a scam or spammy. And that was exactly the email that came, right? Someone calling you a scam. That was exactly the
I was so pissed. Like, I'm like, why? That's exactly what, that's my fear. And then it come to me. So
yeah. So then let's talk about how that, you know, so you went from like, you know, really insecure about your English, didn't want to put your face to it. How did you break through that? And then what since then has really sort of been that journey of like catapulting you to that six figure? Because as you said, like very initially you were just like, if I could just make 10,000, like I can just make 10,000, I'll be happy. Now you're doing that every month on average. You're doing that every month. So tell us about that journey and what, you know, you really, what helped you, like what got you through that and what you learned from that journey?
First, Bona told me I can. So it's just, okay. Okay. You really think I can? Okay. That's why I will forever say that mindset call with Bona is, you know, is, that was really life-changing. You know, it's something like those, it's very simple. It's just kind of like a get to know each other, something like that. And it's just like open it up to her. And that's when she, you know, and that's how I'm grateful for that version of me, because I meet my friend, she said something to me, I'm always open for the possibility, opportunities coming my way. If you see something in me I didn't see, then there must be something that I didn't see, you know. So I open myself for that, you know. My friend told me, okay, you know, it's not gonna harm me. In fact, it's gonna make me grow, right? Bona said, you know, just speak English. You just get out, and you know, show up. That's what she say, show up. And then I just do that. Well, it's not easy, but you know, nothing is easy.
It's never easy. No, totally.
Yeah.
And
also
one thing
that really pushed me.
Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, so but one thing that really pushed me is that, because I remember when I had a call with you, you were asking me like, why are you doing this? Why? And I was listening to like, speakers and YouTube, like when you do something, you need to have a big why, because the road is, it's gonna be rocky. You will be face a lot of like whatever that you will be face. It's not gonna be like, it's just a smooth ride. It's not gonna be like that. But once when that hit you, your why should be like so big and strong that no matter how much storm you face, oh, you still gonna keep going because your why is so strong. And I remember I just made it to myself. I said to myself, I'm like, when this trials happen on the internet, I'm like, oh my goodness, my dream is way bigger than my fears. I'm not gonna let you tell me I have a broken English. I'm gonna keep going. So I think that's the thing that really keeps me going, because of, like, I have that why, and that the community that I surround myself with.
Yes.
That's the biggest one of the things that I'm very grateful, like that version of me, like surround myself with people that can really push me like that.
And you just gave me
Yeah.
goosebumps, Vanessa, when you were like, my dreams are bigger than my fears. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is just so, so powerful. And again, everyone on here listening to that, like, this is the thing. You have to decide for yourself that your dreams are bigger than your fears, and just do that. This is what makes us remarkable. Like, this is what I love. This is why I love this community, and why I love speaking to people like you, Vanessa. So, okay, tell us a little bit about your why, because I'm pretty sure if it's still the same why, we might actually all end up crying about this, because I remember the call we were all on and everyone was in tears.
It's still the same why, but the
Okay,
problem
good.
is because of COVID, I wasn't able to fulfill that why. So it's still gonna be that same why.
Okay.
Before, you asked me about this, and I said to you, I'm like, oh, I don't think I'm comfortable. I don't think I would like to share what I'm doing to the. But now, like, at that time, I didn't see this side. It's like I'm only seeing number 6. I didn't see the number 9 side. And then now I'm getting sales from my clients who supported my business, and them and me knowing that this is the reason why I'm doing this, and I'm keeping that to myself. I think that's kind of selfish. I think they deserve to get the same happiness as I'm feeling. So yeah, that's the same why I it was 2015. I went to Philippines, and my sister, she is a teacher. It's like in a uphill, and the school are just like, it's very, like unfortunate school. So I said, like, I asked money from my husband. I said, I wanna do this, like, can we go to the mountain and, like, feeding like that. And that really, and that just and that really makes me feel, like I see something, like it feels good. Like, it feels good to have, like, to have the things that I have, but it feels even better. It feels better when, it feels so much better when, when you share. So that's that's how I felt. And then when I was suffering from postpartum depression, I found a hobby. I found way to cope up with it. And then I really, really like doing the reselling. And then I want to make it, turn it into a business. But then I have to ask myself why. Like Tony Robbins said, like, you have to have, like, why, know where your end point, something like that. So that's when I said, like, oh, you know what, if I just do this for myself, uh, I can just stay home and just, like, maybe ask money from my husband, something like that. But I don't want to do that. I want to build my own business. So hopefully that same emotion, that feeling of giving to others, going back to Philippines and helping the children, conduct a feeding program, that's the feeling that I want to do. That's a feel that it's like that money can't buy. So that's what I want to do. And I made that a decision to myself, like, what if I'm gonna turn this into a business, like build a successful business, so one day I'll be able to go back to Philippines and conduct a feeding program without asking my husband money for that goal of mine. And I'm not there yet because of COVID, but I am grateful because of COVID, because people are staying home, they're buying. So yeah. So I hopefully next year I'm gonna be able to do all of that. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
make a video of that.
Yes, well, of
Yeah.
course you have to, because that's become your, so that's a great segue actually. So you guys, you can see Vanessa's why is so strong. She just wants to help feed people back in the Philippines who and I love that, because it's so powerful when you can really anchor what you're doing every day in, day out, because as you said, like, this stuff is not, well, and I say this all the time to everyone, is that this stuff is not easy, right? So you need to be able to get through those battles, get through those tough times, and being able to be like, yes, I'm going to feed this many children, this many families back in the Philippines, is such a strong why for you, which has catapulted you to a 6-figure business just in this year, in the last 12 months. So share with us how that all happened. How did that all unfold for you? What did you do,
Yes,
Vanessa,
because
to create this 6-figure business?
yeah. So what I do is that I do TikTok. I put my attention and focus more in the TikTok app. And I was just, at that time, my friend was, see, there's like some friend, and then, oh, okay, I'm gonna do that. So she has the TikTok, and then she's making money just making content. I'm like, I want to make a content too, I want to do that too. So I post video on the TikTok, show my bags, and it happens that I post a listing in a Facebook marketplace, and then somebody's trying to scam me. So I was like, you trying to scam me? I'm gonna make a content out of you. So I I record the conversation, and then I made a voiceover for that. Oh my goodness, I posted it TikTok, and then it went viral. So it went viral because people see that the people that are like bags as well, selling bags online, they also experience that kind of scam, something like that. And then of course, oh, I have that experience too. And then people are leaving me comments and that, and then I couldn't fit it in only short video, so I 2 video I made, but then I put like something about part 2, so it makes them like want to see the part 2. So I'm like taking them like that. And then of course it happens that when your video, this is something that I'm not prepared, this is something that I didn't see coming, because my friend didn't tell me about this. She just said how the beautiful side of TikTok. She didn't let me know the different side. I figured it out myself. When your video is being pushed by many people, it's chances are not only the people that understand you, that there are some trolls that can see that as well. And that's the part that I wasn't prepared. That's the part that I kind of like, why are you doing that? Because I don't have that kind of mindset. I don't understand what they're doing, because I know my time is I value my time. I'm not gonna go people's account and tell them like, hey, that's your issue. I don't have time for that. But apparently they have a lot of time, so that's not I prepared. I wasn't prepared for that. So I remember it was Mother's Day. I wasn't able to celebrate my Mother's Day because I was so pissed. I was so sad. I was I feel like they beat me up so much, because it's okay if only one person say something like, your bag is fake, you're this, or blah blah blah. But a lot of, like, I lost count how many trolls account I blocked that day, because it's just like that's how crazy it was. And then so what I did, I had a friend that they tell me like, what they do in the big account, they don't comment them like one-on-one comment. They would reply them through video, and then that's it. So that's what I did. I reply one of the haters in a video, and then that video went viral. So because that video went viral, I received another hate again. But when you're trying to explain something, when you're like, my bag is not fake, and I'm trying to explain something, and then when you're letting your emotion take over that, oh my goodness, my English is, I'm telling you, so that's what happened. And then that's the other bashers telling me like, oh, you should go back to college, you're this, and you're that was tough for me at that time. But I'm just so glad that I didn't give up, even if because that's the first time I had those kind of experience. I wasn't prepared for that. So that's how it happens in TikTok. Yeah.
Wow. So basically, you built your brand on video content, but more importantly, really through the storytelling, because all of these situations that are happening to you are just stories, right? And this is what I tell the community all the time, is that your life is just like, they're just moments, they're just stories that you should be sharing. And that's what you did so well. What you did so well was you turned all these moments, all of these really like bite-sized stories into video content, and you shared that, and from there you went viral, you got more followers, and basically off the back of that, you built your 6-figure business in 12 months. Like how, and how does that feel, Vanessa? How does that feel for you to have done that?
At first, I hate my haters. It's like, why? I don't like them. But now I see them as a blessing. Like, thank you for spending your time. Like, because I didn't see that side. Again, I only see number 6. I didn't see the number 9. So I didn't understand that I have to go through that to go to the other point, and also with something to do with the character. When the first hater, like first troll, says something to me, I gave up my Mother's Day. I was sad. I wasn't even celebrating it. It's like I'm a puppet. I surrendered to the troll. But then now I feel I learned to how to respond to them. So yeah, I am I am glad. And then now it's gonna help me with it sharpened me. It sharpened my character. Before I just cry, but now I like, okay, next, something like that. Next video.
It is. All right, so we're almost out of time. I want to be conscious of everyone's time, and yours especially, Vanessa. So I want you to share 3 of your top tips with everyone on here right now, as to what you've learned, and therefore what you can share with them about how they can build their own successful 6-figure businesses within 12 months.
Like, say that again.
What top 3 tips would you share with our audience on here, who obviously have their own businesses, how they can build their own 6-figure business within 12 months? This is similar to what you've done.
Yeah. So first is, like, you have to have like a big why. So because that really kept me going and keep me pushing. Because of that, I don't think I'm here. So that, and then when times get rough, just don't give up. Just keep going. And I remember that when I had the experience, it was so tough for me. It's because it gets your here, it gets your here, it gets to your emotion. If I give up, if I shut down my TikTok and not, like, I wouldn't have those sales. I wouldn't have the people that, whom right now I call moms, hi moms, I see something like that. So if I give up on that time when the first crawl, like, hurt me, I wouldn't have experienced that. And then so just keep going, even if it seems so tough. And also with me, this is for like the business side. With my business, I am selling expensive stuff, right? So expensive stuff. I would also advise to like make it easier for the clients, like offering them like payment plan. So instead of like, so because that's the problem. Like I that's what I learned. Like, why are they're not, they're not really, I'm not converting. But then as soon as I'm offering like, payment plan, something like that, that's it helped my conversion a lot. So yeah.
Amazing. Amazing. Oh my gosh, Vanessa, thank you so much. With that, Bona, do you want to round us out with what you've been able to capture through Capsho?
Sure, I am. Sorry, madly still typing. I know we're short on time, so I'll just quickly talk you through. I'm not going to share my screen. I guess there's no point, but you guys have already seen me do a bit of show and tell. So thank you so much, Vanessa. I was like trying not to cry. This is really hard to do. Listen and type and all of that. But really, I did your promised land, Vanessa, on what I loved about what you found is like independence, but also fulfillment. I know when you first started, you didn't want to be reliant on your husband, you wanted to be independent, but your why was so strong that you found fulfillment, and both of those things are possible for your community. And I know that you lead an amazing community of stay-at-home moms who are looking to do the same thing. So based it on that, we're telling the story. I said, you first, you made it, I guess, to your aspiration, and I know you're going to continue when you first started to get your regular 10K months. I remember when that happened. That was so exciting. We love a Shopify dashboard. We love those screenshots. I talked about really the start for you was you're sitting at home looking at your old eBay account, which is a reminder of the time that, you tried and it didn't work, and you're making that decision to say, no, I'm going to make this work the right way this time. I'm going to own my audience. It's not eBay. It's not Poshmark. It's going to be me. And that's so scary. So I couched it in that. And I loved that, why really the promised land tool guys asked you, like, why was this important? Why did you make this decision? And then, this bigger purpose you have to contribute to your community in the Philippines, the kind of fulfillment that money can't buy. I loved when you said that. So I typed that in because that is what this is about, right? We're making money to get a feeling that no amount of money that we make can buy, which is amazing. So you decided to sign up to the best coaching program ever with the best coaches ever, I heard you say. You made that decision. And what did we end up doing? We ended up relaunching Thrifting Hills with a brand new brand, a completely different business model, and a brand new face, which is going to be you, which I know was so scary for you. So then we went into, I thought, I totally agree with Deirdre that, when you said your dreams are bigger than your fears, gave me goosebumps as well, got me emotional. Not because I haven't heard those words before, but when I heard it in context of your story, because I knew how hard it was for you to get through those fears. Like, imagine not, we all just feel stressed about talking live, but imagine going, I need to compute a different language and people are going to judge me, right? Like that, I know how that felt. So I think that was kind of like your big realization. And then the 3 tips I love. So the why, I think, you have to have a really, really big why, so that your words were, no matter how much of a storm you face, it will keep you going, which I love. So when you face really harsh online criticism from trolls, you go back to your why. If you hadn't met them, you see them as a blessing now. And I broke down, is it a 6 or is it a 9? So, the whole perspective shift. I love that you said. So that is where, this makes it, it's your words. It's not some fancy motivational speaker coming up with this stuff. These are your words. The second tip I loved about your deepest insecurity becoming your biggest asset, how you have literally used the Q&A feature on TikTok to create viral content. So that's definitely a tip for you guys. And then your third tip, I just kind of picked it up a level, Vanessa, and just said, make it super easy for your customers to buy from you. And then I gave your example of how, in your case, because it is a luxury item, offer a payment plan. So think about how to make it easy. They're in love with you now and they're like, take my money. How do you make it easy for them to do that? Which was an awesome practical tip. We love that. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to hit.
Okay, Mara, do you want to share the outputs with us?
All right. Did you want me to share my screen?
Yeah. Let's show Vanessa some of the captions that she can now be using.
All right, so I've done it in Capsho. Vanessa's Thrifting Hills isn't up yet. So let's have a look at a few different things. Okay, let me just go into it's been a bit of so this is a little bit of a view into Capsho, everyone. So just making sure that what I've just filled out is showing up. Okay. All right, so here is a quick little teaser one. You know what I was thinking? I was anxious, trying to find some confidence and independence. I finally got there. I relaunched Thrifting Models with a brand new brand. And something important my journey has taught me is make it easy for your customers to buy from you. Double tap if this resonates. So this is like a fun little caption you can do to tease the story, that, you know, this amazing story that we've all heard. So this is what we call the pre-hero. And then let's see what else we've got. That's from one of our other ones. Okay, so here we are talking about all I wanted was to learn how to make money online on a random day. Not so random, but you know, you had this bigger purpose to contribute to your community. So this is what you did, and I did finally, you know, got there. I relaunched. I did say that one of the first times that you really got to reflect on this was when you were sitting on a live with Deirdre, which is right now. Remember when someone accused you of being a scam on TikTok, and how you use it to go viral, and haters have been a blessing. So this is when you knew that you found confidence, independence, and how about you? So, you know, we've engaged them back. So this way you're kind of sharing a little bit about yourself, but also, and that's in a very specific way, in this case with Vanessa, talking about TikTok, and then, you know, and then encouraging them to tell their stories as well. So those are a couple that I think we've come up with. Let's do one more. Yeah, and then this one is probably just a little bit more of a, you know, a longer form one, where it's really talking about, you know, when your story wasn't over. So looking at your old eBay account, you know, just from this experience, you knew that you would feel ecstatic if you were able to get through this. This was your bigger purpose. What story will you be rewriting for yourself? So I think that one lends itself really well, because you've rewritten your story over and over again, Vanessa, and it's been really, really, really inspiring to see.
Awesome. All right. Thanks, Mona. So that, you guys, you know, a little bit of a plug for Capsho, but this is the thing, right? when we have these stories like Vanessa's story, it's just so powerful, because now she can create really, really awesome content. I mean, she is already, but you know, that gives her like even more that she can be sharing with her community. So we'll share those with you, those outputs with you as well, Vanessa. But so thank you for joining us. I don't think anyone else had any questions on here. Any last words from you, Vanessa, before we hop off?
That's all. Thank you.
Now she's become shy. Now Vanessa's become shy. All right, you guys. Well, thanks for joining us.
Because you're showing it, and then my head is just now spinning. Like, how can I? That's good. You know, like that can be a good voiceover. You know, when you're like packing your order, and like, this is the story of my brand, you know, something like that. You see, like you're showing it, like my brain is like somewhere. So
I know, she's always thinking about content now. She's always thinking about video.
But that's good. I'm gonna send it to you.
Look at this monster that's been created.
Yeah. No, seriously, that's a good voiceover for yeah, that's good. Yeah,
really good.
That said, comment below and tell me, what's your why? Why do you do what you do? Why is it that you're hustling and going through the frustrations and the pains that you know that us entrepreneurs do? So why? What is that why for you? And if you want to take what you've just learned to the next level, then come and join this free community of female entrepreneurs just like you, where I share even more free live training on growing your business through finding your remarkability. So go join my Facebook group on the link below. This video next on how to create storytelling content, and this one on working out how to become a storyteller. And if you like this video, hit that like button, be sure to subscribe and share it with all of your friends. And I cannot wait to see you on the next video.